Zambia was my first export market. Why Zambia? Well, Lady S, my last born sister, had met a Zambian man at the University of Nairobi where she was studying. She married the man and later moved to Zambia. My first visit to Zambia was my first clue about the market demand. As many Kenyans do, she'd requested that I visit Masaai Market, Kenya's open market for authentic African crafted beaded jewelry and excellent for souvenirs and gifts. I had the option to choose whatever I thought would be a good sale. So I filled my suitcases with nice jewelry and an amazing selection of blanket shawl wraps that I thought were really very authentic. And so off I flew to Lusaka. As with any African community, we like to meet friends and families. So her friends and family came to visit. They wanted to know what I had brought from Kenya. Immediately I opened my suitcase. Before long, the blanket shawl wraps were all gone. I was shocked at the speed at which we sold. I must say that was the fastest sale I had ever made. Hi, my name is Faustina, spelled F-O-S-T-I-N-A. Last name is Mani, spelled M-A-N-I. I am the Global Trade Engagement Director at Better Grains. I'm also the founder of a marketplace called Mothers of Africa Mobile Circle. I believe Africa can feed itself. I believe Africa can profit from agricultural trade. And that is why I am championing for an agricultural market revolution that favors Africa. On her next visit to Kenya, Lady S wanted to visit Masaai Market. The beauty of traveling and living in another country is that it makes you appreciate what your own country has. What I love most about travel and living abroad is that it allows you to see the business opportunities that are there in foreign lands. So, Lady S, Lady K, my other sister, and I went to Masaai Market. Lady S got to show me what she felt the Zambians would be interested in buying. It was during that time that Lady S noticed a young man walking with a backpack full of sandal straps. He was trying to get people at the market to buy the sandal straps so that they can make sandals out of them, but no one seemed interested. Lady S liked the sandal straps and wished they could be used to make some Maasai sandals, a variation from the colorful beaded ones that were in the market. So, we decided I would be left with the task of finding a way of making Maasai sandals from the sandal strap the young man was selling. I bought one and requested for his contacts, and that is how I found myself designing sandals for the Zambian market. In the process, I also got to discover other sandal makers, and finally, with a small investment, we came up with the African sandals for the Zambian market. During my visit in Lusaka, Zambia, I realized that they did not have very good quality branded t-shirts. Neither were they branding their countries like Kenya does. So I decided I wanted to make nice t-shirts and brand Zambia. In addition to the sandals that we would be sending to Zambia, the ones that Lady S had asked me to design. I also decided to make nice denim bags, denim mainly from the jeans material. My only problem was I did not know who would do it for me. In case you did not know, church is the best place to find anything that you need. It turned out I had been part of a team that had been organizing a fashion show through Our Ladies Ministry, and Alvin of Urban Funk had volunteered to help with the Ladies Ministry in putting together the fashion show. So my only option was to meet Alvin. Alvin was kind to meet me. He helped me with the design of the denim bag as well as helped me put together the artwork for the t-shirt. He also helped me find companies who would screen print the t-shirts for me. So I was all set. The only thing I needed to do was find out what the export requirements were. My first visit to the Kenya Revenue Authority offices was very scary. That was long before they introduced their fully automated self-serve system. It was a zoo of disorganized counters which was so intimidating. They had agents everywhere. It was overwhelming. It was crowded. I left the place with nothing done. So a friend recommended I find a logistic company to help me with the process, which I did. But unfortunately for me, they were completely unable to deliver. However, that did not stop me. I was determined to export. Logistics was not my only challenge. As you know, Africa, we are never in a hurry. The gluing together of Lady SL's sandals was not a smooth sail. They took longer than expected. The company that screen printed my t-shirts also did not remember to remove the Made in Kenya labels as I had instructed them to do. So my afternoon was spent cutting off the Made in Kenya labels. By the time we were done packing that stuff and headed to Masaai Market, it was rather late in the afternoon. Not being one to be deterred, we managed to finally find our way to the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport Cargo Center by around 10 p.m. There were hardly any cargo agents there, and the two who were there were so shocked to see these two ladies in a saloon car full of sacks stuffed with things. Did I mention that the glue from the sandal was still smelling? Sometimes I wonder if the boldness and the determination we had was not from the smell of the glue, because those days you did not drive your car in Nairobi late at night, leave alone with the windows open. So we just had to bear with that smell. So Lady K and I walked up to the two cargo agents and boldly declared we were there to send our package to Lusaka, Zambia. We had called and been informed that there would be a cargo plane that was scheduled to leave for Lusaka. Our level of ignorance on export procedures must have left them completely shocked. They were shocked. When I noticed we were from the same tribe, I decided to tone down on my English and switch to my mother tongue so that I could get the help that I needed. Humility works. My tribespeople proceeded to educate me on the export procedures. My visit to the KRA offices had given me an indication of what document I needed. And so they were happy to help me. They charged me a little for their services. I paid for the cargo flight, and they promised my cargo would be off the next day. True to their words, my cargo did leave. Unfortunately, we had missed our exhibition deadline by a day or two, but nevertheless learned a very valuable lesson. That the next consignment would go by road, so I'm certain that it arrives on time. So the next trip we decided Lady K would take the consignment by road, and that is what we did. It took 3 days, but she finally arrived and started selling our merchandise in Lusaka, Zambia. So that is how I teamed up with my sisters on our first export business. I fondly call it the 3 Lady Musketeers. I guess I must have been responsible for procurement. Lady K was responsible for logistics as well as merchandising and selling, while Lady Ace was part financier as well as researcher for the Zambian market. The business did very well. However, before long, we were really branding for the country and we were doing very well. We had quality staff. Unfortunately, we ran into brutal competition who were determined to finish us at all costs. On our part, we had not properly put in place proper accounting procedures, sales incentives, as well as proper compensation mechanism. The beautiful thing with our sister ventures is that we discovered other traders who were doing amazing things on the Kenya, Tanzania, and Zambia route. Truth be told, Africans are doing amazing businesses on the transit routes all over Africa. Lady K's road adventure inspired me so much that I actually took a consignment from Kenya to Zambia. There I met Africans who were busy exporting mobile phones from Kenya, from Congo, from everywhere. Makeup from Tanzania, hair pieces, deodorants, perfumes via road. On one trip, I actually noticed the quality of darling hair pieces in Zambia was not of a superior quality than that in Kenya. We seem to have better quality in Kenya, as well as a wider variety and selections. And so we actually bought and took some from Kenya, which we sold in Zambia. Darling has since upgraded its market in that aspect, and today the quality is much better. Amazing things came out of that venture. The young man who was walking around trying to sell the sandal straps ended up selling his whole consignment, which was a full container from China. How? Well, the unfortunate thing about Kenya's Masaai Market is copying. When others noticed how well the sandals Lady S had ordered turned out, the shoemakers as well as others around him copied the design, and within a month the entire Masaai Market was full of Lady S's sandal design. So Lady S's sandal design flooded the market and disappeared within the first few months, never again to be seen, since the consignment had been completely sold out within a month. The young man told me he had been trying to clear it in the Kenyan market for months without much success, which explains why he never ordered another consignment and the sandal straps completely disappeared from the Kenyan market. When I realized copying was an issue, I decided to come up with more creative designs. For example, I looked for nice calabashes or gourds and found an artist who painted my Zambian artwork on them. The process of finding gourd was such a headache that was not one product that was easy to copy. Alvin of Urban Funk continues to be my go-to person because his work is so unique it can hardly be copied. Today, Alvin is known for his authentic African fashion design, especially whenever I need to send gifts and souvenirs to the US. My Alvin is my go-to person. My son is a huge fan of him and it always represents him well in the United States. Who would ever have realized that volunteering for a church function, fashion design, will lead to such long-term business opportunities and friendship? Lady K moved into the real estate business and did very well for herself. Lady S discovered she was a natural entrepreneur. As for me, I realized I could do international business, and that led me to adding entrepreneurship as a minor to my management information system major that I was pursuing in my master's in business administration degree. More importantly of all, I realized I could do international trade if I really put my mind to it. I also discovered it is much easier to see opportunities in other lands than yours because familiarity does breed contempt. So go out and find other markets outside your village. On that road trip, I got to meet a Kenyan lady who travels every Christmas holidays to other African countries by road. At that particular time, she was headed for South Africa. Last time I spoke to her, she had made her way to West Africa by bus. I strongly encourage every young person to just get out of their village by bus and travel to another village, travel to another town, and travel to another country. There is a way travel opens your eyes to the various business opportunities that you normally will not see in your own country or location. So why am I telling this story? Well, I want African women to know that your export business does not need to start with an investor. You can work with what is within your reach. For me, it was some small money I had, which I combined with some small money my sister had. Then because our family responsibilities did not give us the freedom to travel freely, we negotiated a deal with Lady K, my other sister, so that I would be left with her son as she handles the logistic and the selling components of the Zambian export market. The second lesson I want you to learn from my stories is that gifts are all around you. Take the time to sit down, know and seek advice from others, especially within your church. The fashion show is how I met Alvin. He was starting his business, but imagine if he had not helped me with my problem. There were very many other people involved in the fashion show. I'm sure many were people I knew and probably my close friends. But if you ask me who they were today, I probably cannot remember who exactly was in the team that was organizing the fashion show. I can only remember Alvin. Why? Because he helped me. Learn to help people whenever you can. I don't believe in taking advantage of people by asking them to work for you for free. I remember my first meeting with Alvin was in church on the stage. Alvin was willing to sit with me and help me come up with a design. He designed the bag for me, and I became his customers. And almost 20 years later, we are still doing business. I love taking cross-border road trips within Africa. It's not as glamorous as flying, but the business conversations and the sharing that happens those long hours on the road will certainly leave you with ideas and opportunities that you will never find in any business textbook. I have met very many different people. Every time I'm on a trip, I'm encouraged to visit another border. As I continue to monitor cross-border trade, especially on Africa's dry commodity trade, the more I seek out opportunities to travel to those other border points. The internet today has made it very easy for you to find places where you can stay in almost any country. Plan your visits. Go discover Africa, because that is the only way you will really get to find what business opportunities exist. Africa is the largest market in the world. You need to go out. You need to find out what opportunities exist and develop products and services you can sell to those markets. So take courage, be bold, go explore. Perhaps you will find your next export or import market. Thank you for listening to me, and God bless you. Bye.